Hi, Dr. Kaluba. How are you?
I am excellent, thank you. And yourself, Anita?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for joining us as we count down towards the seminar and the launch of your Transformational Thinking book. Are you excited?
I am excited. I cannot wait. Really looking forward to it.
We are so excited to be expecting you here in Zambia in the month of March. For those who are joining us here for the very first time, we're going to be launching this book, Transformational Thinking, written by Dr. Kaluba. And we're about to delve more into the seminar and the details. So please stay tuned and please stay with us. And if you have any questions, we look forward to meeting you at the seminar here in Zambia in the month of March. So we look forward to seeing you. So, Dr. Kaluba, just find out more on the book and on the seminar, I've got a couple of questions for you. I hope you are willing to give us all the answers.
I'll do my best.
Great. So, I mean, this is a very different book, and it's a book for the modern times and for our season now. Our question and my question to you is, what do you hope to have the people who are joining at the seminar feel? What is the anticipation? What are the kind of feelings that that you're hoping to invoke when someone is attending the seminar, and most importantly, delving more into your book?
Thank you so much, Anita, for that question. Very important. I'm really excited. In fact, the very inception of transformational thinking was as a result of looking at the situation in the world today, where thinking is primary to everything that we do. And so I came to the conclusion that the best way to change a generation is to change how we think. And so putting on this seminar is because of that. So those that are coming to the seminar can expect to be challenged, to grow, to be pushed to another level and to different limits. You cannot expect different results in life unless you do something different. And that is why this seminar is being put on, to change how we process and how we look at life.
Thank you so much for that feedback. You have about 44 meticulously curated topics from your contents in your book, and they are so eye-opening. I know coming to the seminar, most people won't have a chance to be able to, we won't have a chance or enough time to be able to delve into every topic. Which topics are you looking to really open from your transformational thinking book at this seminar? What people hope to anticipate? For example, I'm curious about the neuroplasticity plasticity
Yes.
topic. Is that something that you're going to delve into? You can maybe just give us 3 or 4 hints of the topics that people will be expecting to experience at the seminar.
As a matter of fact, thank you so much, Anita. I'm excited. I will be digging deeper into neuroplasticity. In fact, I'll be focusing on neuroplasticity more than anything else during this seminar from the book. So you definitely better be there. So I'm looking forward to that. It's about a long time ago. I'm a scientist myself, and a long time ago, medical science did not know this. We were of the understanding that the brain does not change, does not develop. What you're born with is what you have, and that's it. But obviously, over time, we've come to understand that you can actually transform your life forever by changing how you think and even the very physiology of your brain. Some exciting stuff. So all those things that happen from generation to generation, you can actually stop it from moving on to the next generation by stopping it with you. And all this is done through neuroplasticity. So I'm really excited because it's a powerful tool for every area of life, whether you're in
Yeah.
business or for personal growth. So yes, I would definitely be digging into transformational thinking by way of looking at neuroplasticity, as well as the other ways of harnessing the brain and the mind. It's a powerful tool, but unless you use it well, you won't get the most out of it. Kind of like food, when you're hungry, you got food on the table, but unless you take the food and you put it in your mouth, you'll still be hungry. And all of us have a powerful machine that we've been blessed with called the mind and the brain. But until we actually use it properly or even understand how to use it, it will just be there and it will just be a wasted resource.
Yes. Thank you so much for that feedback. Now, as a coach, as a preacher, as a business owner, and as an educator, you
Mhm.
have been able to interact and come across individuals' personalities, their character personalities, or their character development aspects. What are some of the challenges that you have seen that individuals, business owners, organizations, churches struggle with that really hinder them from being able to respond to the adaptive measures of transformative thinking?
That's a very good question. As a matter of fact, uh, a lot of people. I mean, I just come from the gym, And you can see that around this time of the year, the gym is not as packed as it is at the beginning of the year. Why? Because people make New Year's resolutions and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna go work, I'm gonna get fit, I'm gonna eat well," and so. But then there are neural pathways in our minds which are set a certain way, and so how your mind is set is how you will respond. So you could mean well, like, I want to get fit, I want to be healthy. You mean well, but until you change the wiring in your mind and in your brain, you will always default to the wrong foods, and you will always default to the wrong habits, and you will always go back. That's why people fall back. They sign up for the gym beginning of the year, and before they know it, they're no longer going, they're no longer motivated because they have not changed their thinking in that area. And so when it comes to church or businesses and all these things going on, people struggle to adapt and move on because they are set in their ways. And they think by meaning well, by thinking, oh, I want to do this, by wishing or wishful thinking, if you like, the thing is going to change. But it doesn't work like that. You must deliberately do things that will create brand new neural pathways for you to follow. Kind of like how you imagine a path. Yeah, you create a pathway that has water or a liquid that follows it. When you pour the liquid, it follows that path that you have created. Let's look at a hose pipe. When I was younger, we used to water plants with a hose pipe. When you hook it to the tap and you open the water tap, what's going to come out on the other side? Water. It will follow that
Yes.
hose pipe. In the same way, now imagine changing what you put in the hose pipe. Instead of hooking it to water, you hook it to a shake tank. Some of you are getting excited about shake. Shake is an alcoholic beverage. For those of you that don't know what that is, guess what's going to come out on the other side? Shake.
Thank you so much for that. So, looking that you're coming to launch the book here in Zambia, and looking at the current landscape of our country, and everything else that is going on around, from the time we clocked into 2025, there's been so many environmental changes, there's been so many economic changes, there have been so many, you would say, legislative changes. What keynotes are you hoping that any indigenous Zambian that will be actively participating at your seminar, any indigenous business owner from Zambia, can be able to take home and use to prepare themselves to be able to navigate 2025?
Brilliant insight on that one, especially with regard the temperature on the ground in Mother Zambia, country I love very much, a country of my birth. One of the most important things I think somebody can take from this, a keynote, is understanding that when you go through life blaming everybody for your misfortunes, you rob yourself of the power to change your situation. And looking at the landscape, we have a tendency as a people to blame everybody else for our misfortune and everything else that is wrong in our lives, especially governments. We blame governments a lot. Oh, this is happening because of the government. I'm broke because of the government. And I think the moment we begin to take responsibility of our lives, that is the moment we take our power back. In other words, it doesn't matter what economy you're living in or what government you're living in, you can still prosper, for instance, and you can still thrive and you can still do well. But if your success is linked to somebody's governance or somebody's way of doing things, or politics or the economy, then you're saying the power for me to succeed is in your hands. And only when you put the right things in place and the right policies can I do well. But if you understand that it's got nothing to do with anything around you and you take responsibility, you change how you think about your success and you realize that it's down to you, that is the game changer right there. Because then it doesn't matter where you are, you can still thrive. Have you ever walked on concrete, Anita, and you see a little shoot or plant or weed coming out from concrete? There's
Absolutely.
a crack somewhere. You've seen that before?
Yes.
Because not even concrete can stop certain weeds. They're so strong and resilient, they still find the crack and they will come up. And that is the kind of generation we want to raise, a resilient people.
Thank you. I looked at another content that I liked from your book was genetics. the aspect of genetics. I know, looking at our forward-thinking countries and the more developed societies, they've already incorporated genetics into being able to change the you would say the direction of human resource in any continent or country. Where do you see Africa being able to fit in that picture? Because for us, I think genetics is never on the topic. It's more wealth oriented. You marry into a much more wealthy family, you maintain wealth. But now we are seeing the dynamics of that changing, that whether a society or a family has been more inclined to building generational wealth, what helps the family maintain generational wealth is being able to, say, raise children that are educated, much more children that are more receptive to creating witty inventions, business owners. How can we be able to incorporate the aspect of genetics into our society to be able to birth a much more advanced human resource? I think that can be able to resolve a lot of the challenges that are faced within our African continent. I don't think we lack physical human resource, but I think we do have a gap in terms of you'd say mental capacity, human resource, or transformational resource, as you have narrated it in your book. How can we how can we help bring awareness to this? And do you think that do you think the aspect of genetics can be impactful for our continent here as Africans, and will be impactful in the coming years to come, 10 years from now?
Wow, that's a loaded question right there. There's a lot of science in it, as well as some philosophy in it, some sociology in it. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. I'll probably speak about it from the transformational thinking direction. When you think
Yes.
about some of the stuff I've written about in that book, and the reason why I do the transformational thinking seminars as well, is to try to change a generation's thinking, to try to transform and reshape how we look at life. Now, one of the things that we didn't know a long time ago in science or in medicine was the ability of the human brain to not only transform or to not only adapt, but also to completely recreate and regenerate. And that is something we now know is possible. So when we talk about those neural pathways that I was referring to earlier, that you can create the new ones, something amazing happens. It not only does it change how you think, but it literally changes the physiology of your brain. So how you think will actually begin to change the physical makeup of your brain. It's powerful. And when the actual
Wow.
physical makeup of your brain, that's right, changes, it then changes the output of the instructions that come out of your brain, because the actual physiology and anatomy of the brain has actually changed. So the anatomy changes, which changes the physiology, which changes the actual output. Now, this also means that moving forward, we will have a generation that will be born with new traits that have been created. This is a powerful thing, that if you think about it,
Really
you can,
powerful.
people say you can't change it. Is it a leopard skin, they say, or is it tiger skin?
Yes, a
One of
leopard
them.
skin.
That's right. But now we know that it is possible. And there have been phrases being thrown around. People say, oh, people don't change. But now we know people can change by doing transformational thinking and neuroplasticity. And that also means we can change a whole generation. That means kids born in the future will be born with a different shape of thinking and mechanism. Not only will that happen on a genetic level, but it will also happen on a cultural level, because we will no longer have a blame everybody culture. We'll have a can do, take responsibility culture, and this will be passed on to our children. Some of the things I know today, I wish I knew a long time ago. But our kids won't be able to say that, because they will know, because we will teach them the way forward and the right way forward. Kind of like the best example I can give you, and I'll shut up, is when if you notice, a long time ago, most families and most businesses, when the owner of the business or the parent in that family dies, everything would crumble and fall apart. There was no continuity, because nothing was passed on, and we are changing that in this generation. We're going to not only
Yes.
train the grown-ups, that's right, but we're going to train the children, train the kids, train the grandchildren, and train the future generations now, so that there is an overlap of this transformational thinking that we are working on today.
Great. So will there be any activities to trigger our neural paths, to be any meditation, any of those activities that can trigger a neural paths that people can expect to experience at the seminar?
the exciting thing about how I've written this book, in fact, this book also has a companion, which is a workbook. There's a transformational thinking workbook that helps you do the exercises that are in the book. So the book itself carries practical exercises and resources. But on top of that, I've also written a separate book, which is a workbook that helps you to work through the exercises. So I'll just give an example of one of them. One of the exercises you can do to improve your cells, if you like, in terms of neuroplasticity, is to try to do something new. Okay. For instance, some people, every time they wake up in the morning, they brush their teeth starting from the left every time. It's a default. Shock yourself and start from the right next time. When you put your socks on, you always go with the left foot. Shock yourself, start with the right foot next time. We all know that that's right. The right hemisphere of the brain controls the left hemisphere, and the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere. So if you're right-handed like I am, your left side of the brain is more developed than your right side of the brain. So you're not fully maximizing your potential because the right side of the brain is most of the time dormant, not doing much. So I've had to teach myself, I can write with both my hands now. I can play football with both my feet because I've had to teach myself to use both sides of my brain, develop both sides of my brain. And all it takes is practice, 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 and consistency. So try to do something different. You always sleep on the left side. Try to sleep leaning on the right side. Try to do something different. And that will give your brain the chance to develop some new skills and new neural pathways. Learn a new language. Read a book. Some people, the only book they read is faith book, but read a book, or something. Play chess, do some creative stuff, try to draw something. So do something new. Do something you've never done before. Challenge your brain. That's one exercise you can do. There are a lot of other exercises. They're all in the book, and I'll be happy to share lots of them at the seminar. And we can even practice some of them together. But there is one example.
Okay, that's great. So viewers, you are hearing there's definitely a book, and then there is a workbook accompanied with all of this. Will both of these books be sold at the seminar?
They will both be available, yes, for people to purchase at the seminar, especially the main book, Transformational Thinking, will definitely be there. There will be some copies of the workbook, and if somebody wants to pick it up, they can easily pick it up. The good news is that all these books are also available in digital format. And that means that if somebody wants it in a digital format or even the workbook, they can easily get it. Get it from one of my websites, the coaching website, in fact. If you go to www.dkglobalcoaching.com and go to the shop, books, you will find both the digital and the paper books there, and you can buy them. If you buy the digital one, you can download it right now, and it will be on your phone 2 minutes after that. And you've got the book, and you can start doing the practices. Excellent stuff.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Kaluba. It's been a pleasure being able to have a conversation with you regarding the launch of the book and what people can expect at the seminar. So just so people know that you're actually coming, when is this seminar? Where will it be? Maybe an idea on 1 or 2 or 3 of the keynote speakers and some of what they might be able to touch on, just to encourage somebody else that will be joining us for the very first time. This is the Transformational Thinking seminar of the Transformational Thinking launch for this book. So please do come. So Dr. Kaluba, over to you.
Thank you so much once again, Anita. I know we have stayed here for a little bit longer than you gave us time for, but I appreciate that. The seminar is exciting. We've got 4 powerful speakers that are coming to deliver. I will be speaking, and my good friend Godfrey Mushandu who's a CEO and entrepreneur, businessman in the care industry of the year in the UK. He won that award and several other awards actually. This past year he's won so many awards, I've lost count, in Dubai, Zimbabwe, everywhere. He's coming to bring his expertise, and he's going to be talking about leadership strategies. And my very good friend Mwewabesa, who is the Zambia Institute of Marketing president, who was with us for last year's event as well, is coming back to talk about marketing strategies in the 21st century. And you don't want to miss that. Great friend. I've known him for some 27 years or more, actually. When I first moved to London, we moved a week apart. We went to the same college. So that's how we became friends, like 27 years ago. and is a great friend. And another very good friend of mine, Chola Lungu, a communications consultant and expert, is coming to bring in a perspective on communication, talking about communication strategies in business and in personal life. So this is a powerful
Great.
lineup. You don't want to miss that.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And also, a very quick one, Anita, we have the book launch is happening on the day, and yourself, Anita, and Estelle Dawn are going to be doing the book launch on the day. And we have Patricia Ellis, a very respected journalist working with ZMB3, coming to do a talk show live on stage on the day. And our very own amazing MC Kunda Mando is coming to
Yes.
MC another. That's right, another amazing journalist, accomplished in so many ways. So we're excited. I better shut. I'm getting too excited. I might not shut up.
We're
So
excited. You're excited. We're all excited. We're so looking forward to this book launch because it's something that definitely we have all been expecting to hear. We have conversations around it. So it's definitely encouraging to see one of our very own Zambian being able to produce such knowledge and wisdom and provide such guidance, and most of all put it plain and blatantly into the book. I already have a copy, so I'm excited that everybody else gets a copy. I just like to inform the viewers there is no sharing of copies. Please do purchase your tickets and do join us at the Southern Ridgeway for the launch of the seminar and as well as the book. Dr. Kaluba looks forward to seeing you. I look forward to seeing you, and we hope that you have been encouraged by the short conversation that we've had relating to some of the content that's in the book, and most of all, the conversations that we're going to be having amongst ourselves, amongst many delegates, many entrepreneurs, business owners, and just people that are looking to grow themselves and change their mindset. One word that we can take home with us today after hearing this is neuroplasticity. Let's learn how to pronounce it, but also let's imprint it so that we can get ready to get more of the information from the seminar and on the launch of the book. Thank
and
you
for
so
those
much
that
for
don't know
joining us.
when it is, Anita, it's the 15th of March. 15th of March.
15th of March 2025.
Southern Sun
Which is
Hotel,
just,
Ridgeway, Lusaka.
yes, 6 weeks away, or almost 7 weeks away, but we are literally there 15th of March, and the charge is 1,300. Am I correct, Dr.
Only.
Kaluba? Yes. Does that
And
come
everybody
with
gets
the
a
book,
book.
or the book is a different
No,
price?
that fee comes with the book. Everybody gets a book. Yeah.
Have you seen
And
how
the book
thick
is
this
worth
book is?
400 bucks.
Have you seen how thick this book is? I hope this encourages you. That's why I have a copy of it myself to motivate people to purchase that. You don't get a book this thick. Coming all the way from from London to Zambia just for you. So please do purchase the tickets. It's 1,300. Do follow follow his website if you want to purchase the soft copy of the book, but the book will be there. If you get the ticket at 1,300, you do get a copy of the book. There will be some workbooks that will be provided, but if you do purchase the book, I'm sure that we'll be able to find a way to get you the workbook as well,
And that
just for
fee
your own
also
personal
includes all the
development.
meals on it. The 2 tea breaks and a full lunch break at the Southern Sun Hotel Ridgeway. It's a bargain, actually. So
It's beyond a bargain. This is for free. If there's anyone that's, I mean, some of the things that you are going to be able to learn from this book and take home from the seminar are things that it takes you 2 years to learn in a master's program. Some of the topics and contents that you will get are contents that you get in a degree program. So this is something that we can definitely be able to invest in. It's an investment for yourself, it's an investment for your family, and it's an investment for the community and the continent at large. So as a attendee, participant, and as a committed individual of transformational thinking and sustainable development, I look forward to seeing you all. Dr. Kaluba, it's been a wonderful pleasure having a conversation with you. I wish we could have had a longer one, but this is just what we say, a scoop of ice cream for the day.
thank you
Yes.
for having me, Anita. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you on the 15th of March at Southern Ridgeway, Zambia. Take care.
Thank you. And you. Have a lovely day. Looking forward to it. See you soon.